is half to 1%, which is huge. It is estimated by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics that between February and March, when the bulk of federal layoffs happened in the first round.
Good evening, everyone. How you guys doing? Hope you guys having a great night. Sorry I'm coming in a little bit late. I had my in-laws over. We had some pulled pork for dinner. And then we started watching, let me turn that down. These black women all upset because they're losing their jobs. And then I had gone ahead and watched Braveheart. Braveheart is my favorite movie of all time. And that's not true. It's not my favorite movie of all time, but it certainly is up there.
I'm gonna read a couple of excerpts from it. It says, and more than 518,000 black women still haven't returned to the labor market.
Hey, Latoya and Unknown, how you guys doing, brothers? Let me just go ahead and keep setting my, oops.
Dropped by 43% between August 2022 and July 2024. And the number of DEI positions fell.
Oh, it's morning where you're at? That's right. It's actually evening where I'm at right now. It is approximately now 8:44. 8:44, and I think this is probably going to be a, I don't know if it'll be a short stream.
Even though the data doesn't show. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you, everything in America is racist.
Oh, God.
It is done to hurt black and brown.
I'm just...
Right now, we have this idiot in chief telling everyone the problem with our country is not...
You got tired playing SLA?
The problem with our country is the brown people coming over.
Got tired, yeah. Actually, that actually brings up a good point. I meant to do a separate video. Got tired playing on this, but you have just reminded me of something, Latoya, which I was actually watching. Where is it? Let me pull up. I gotta pull up one of these. Here we go. I'm going to my history here. Let's see, where is it? Let's go as low as I possibly can. I watch a whole bunch of stuff. I primarily only watch YouTube. I don't watch anything else. But this right here.
What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to
let's
another
go ahead
SLA
and
video. All right, folks, we have
let's go ahead and look at this video right here for a minute. This is Painblade, and he did a poll on his YouTube,
coming up in 3
on Twitter
days.
rather.
That's right. The brand new drop of Jinnah is going to determine the fate of this game.
And it basically is just talking about people's current state of this game.
The results I got when I put up a poll recently. I'm going to share this with you guys and kind of talk a little bit about the poll. And the reason why I wanted to put this poll up is to kind of see where people's minds were at with this game, what people were thinking. And quite honestly, I've been affected quite a bit by this whole debacle. Obviously, my channel, which grew off of Solo Leveling Arise, you know, kind of skyrocketed in the last few months when it first came out, and then it kind of just dipped slowly as the devs were making some bad moves. And I think till most recently, I feel like I'm a 1K content creator yet again. So it's an interesting phase for me, but also...
Yeah, what Painblade is saying is that he has been losing view count. I don't know if he's lost subscriber count or anything. He's at 108K subscribers, but he's been losing view counts. And you see right there, this video only clocked in at 6,000 views with 373 likes. And it's based on the current state of the game.
Find out where the community's at.
Hey, Jay, bro, how you doing?
Are at with the game itself. So I put a little poll up here, and I mean, got a decent amount of votes. Do you still play Solo Leveling Arise? Yes, daily, 37%. No, I quit, 38%, and sometimes but bored. So this right here, guys, is a shocking.
And I think this probably, I obviously my views are not going to be as large as Painblades or anything like that, but I do have at least one guy who quit. Broly, he completely quit solo leveling. And I still play daily for the most part. Latoya plays daily. I think Unknown plays daily. But I've had people drop into my chat and say that they only played every now and then, and some picked it up after quitting for a period of time. And so I would say if I were to do a poll, it would probably be reflective of something close to this right here as well. So it's this is actually pretty interesting, and he actually puts the blame on something in which I think we all know.
Revelation. In terms of where my personal community is at, now this obviously has affected everybody. We're talking about myself, Zaf, who's the second, the both of us are the two biggest content creators for this game at the moment. You can probably see other players as well too, other content creators who have quit and other community members who have left. So this right now, I made a video about this already, talking about the fact that this coming patch is probably the best patch to return. I really meant that. I think what the devs have done going forward in terms of the July 31st patch is exactly what we've been waiting for quite some time, but is it a little too late, right? And I think this is what I'm starting to notice. In my last video where I did tell people it's a good time to return, I think we saw just that. Where a lot of people felt like this is now a little too late. And I want to again share this with you guys. And you guys can see right over here. Speaking of which, content creator program, guys, if you did forget to extend, we'll be back on the 30th. So I will remind everybody to get yourself some fresh codes. There'll be brand new codes coming. But I don't know if I could put someone in
mod status yet.
And just, kind of share these sentiments with some folks. So right over here, my entire guild is dead AF. Vice Guild Master has logged in for 25 days and the rest are inactive. So this is something that's common now. If you are somebody who is struggling getting a guild, or if you're somebody who doesn't have a home for this game, join my Discord. Also join Zaf's Discord. We have a combined guild where we're looking for some of the best players out there to do high RCs. We have other guilds as well too that are more free to play friendly, and we have ones that are dolphin based. So we can definitely find you a home. But if you're somebody looking for a home, definitely join the Discord, and that will help.
Yeah, exactly. And but for me, I think doing it for about an hour, it works out fine. But Painblade, he does multi-hour streams, and there's no way I could stream this game for more than 2 hours. And like I say, when my stream gets to 2 hours, it's primarily because I have a lot of conversation with you guys in the chat. But as far as playing this game for 2 hours on end, just doing the same old content, I don't think I could do that, and he definitely doesn't do that. I think Zaf also plays other games as well. That's why a lot of us are just waiting for other big games to come out. I know Seven Deadly Sins Origin is huge, but for me personally, I really would. I know I probably couldn't get you guys to watch Game of Thrones King's Road, but I think I could probably build a pretty good audience around the Hidden Ones when that game comes out, because the Hidden Ones, I think, could actually has esport potential if it's done properly by the developers. And yeah, and I agree with you on that too, J Bro. In fact, Painblade did bring that up on one of his I don't know if he brought it up during the stream or a video, or if he had just did a post where he said that he's going to start moving his card buying stuff over to another channel and separate that from the solo leveling and all the other game stuff that he does. And that's why one of the reasons why that I moved over here, because I want to dedicate my main channel to anime and Western culture, pop culture. And then all the gaming stuff would be over here on this channel right here, so that you don't want to get that all diluted, because most people probably don't. At least for me, I did watch one of his streams where he was doing the car stuff, but I only had it on there for background noise. You know what I said about card games? That's the one area of nerddom that I'm just like, fuck that shit. I don't care about cards. And But he does. He likes buying the cars to sell, to try to resell them, and I think it was kind of diluting his audience a bit. But he brings up a point about this overall with
right.
Soul Leveling Arise.
It still goes on here. Now there's still the rest of the collab dragging the game down. I'm possibly logging in as a 4-month player. Very disappointing with this game, Mike.
And yeah, exactly, J Bro. this with your last comment right there about it just doing dailies. It still doesn't feel like a chore to me. It hasn't gotten to that point yet, and it could take me several years before I get to that point. But it certainly just like today. I mean, I'm just gonna probably just do my dailies and open some boxes. I decided that I purchased what I want. And I'm gonna open those boxes here, and I'm just gonna do this video right here.
Move on to something else. Even with these changes, the problem I would say is more fundamental, as in activities that you do at your disposal on a daily basis. This needs to be enhanced, change added, and I think they're doing their best to make the change to this one specifically, right? Because it is very boring to just log in and do the same things every day. But I always say that's the whole fundamentally of a gacha. The game had massive potential to be an actual amazing gacha game. Well, if the devs actually listen to the player base for once, probably more than half the players quit because of loading issues on the release, and other ones were bugs, and of course the banning, right? Banning was a big part as well too.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Justified bans were a big part of it. So
I don't understand the ban wave that this game was only out for what 2-3 months, and there was already a massive ban wave. Like, how do you have a massive ban wave on a game after 2 to 3 months? I probably would have had a little bit of a grace period, at least from the developers, before I would have started going in there and determining if some of these accounts were legit or if they were actually cheating, bot accounts, or if they were cheaters. Because I think a lot of people, they get caught up in that, especially if you start spending money and you get caught up in a ban wave for no reason. That's no fault of your own. I know there was this one game back in the day before I switched over to Contest of Champions, where it was like a Spider-Man game where you would just swing through. It's kind of like if you guys know what Subway Surfers are, it's basically a Spider-Man game like Subway Surfers, but you can swing around and you can jump and do all this nonsense. And I got caught up in a ban wave, and then I tried to go to customer service and get my account unbanned, and they said that my account wasn't banned and that it wasn't their fault that the account was banned. I was like, fuck you, I'm not gonna play your game anymore, and I haven't been back for 10 years. I don't think my account exists anymore. But nah, I just quit out completely. It says, J-Bro says, it makes sense why so many people left, because not that long ago when I made the guild would reach max guild members. Now we would be lucky to even get one new player. Exactly. This gives you an indication of, oh, speaking of which, he mentions in this video that if you create a Steam account, you can't port your account over to Steam. Like, what why not? Why not?
So, bro, I'm gonna quit when Overdrive was announced. There are 2 other games in development. I'm sure content will be snail paced anyways, even if this one picked up. Wish you guys the best of luck. So you guys can see lost interest a while ago. For the most part, they won't get another dime from me. When I start playing SLA, I play for straight hours now. I barely play because of boredom. I returned 3 months.
Well, that player right here who played for 8 hours straight, that's his fault. That's his fault. What are you doing playing this game for 8 hours straight? This game is not meant to be played 8 hours straight. Most gacha games are not meant to be played 8 hours straight. They're meant for you to get in, do your dailies, have a little bit of fun here and there, and then get out. If you're playing this game for 8 hours straight, you are basically driving yourself up the wall, trying to fish content, especially when it's a game as dry as this one.
A dolphin, won't spend another dime on it. This seems to be the ebb and flow, and I'm curious, guys. Like, after seeing this,
yeah, that's what he mentions right here in this video. Well, we'll get to that part here in a minute about not being able to port your game over to Steam.
Has it been to the point where many of you guys have moved on? And if you guys have moved on, what have you guys moved on to? Because personally, I'm looking forward to this update. Like I'm I could have moved on to another game at this point as well, because my views are nowhere near as what they used to be. But quite honestly, I am a big fan of solo leveling still. I'm a big fan of You know, the community, I still love everybody that I interact with on a daily basis, and I think it's a huge deal for me to continue covering this game until the ship sinks. I'm always going to be part of the solo leveling community and one of its you know, biggest supporters, but I'm also a realist when it comes down to the fact that this game has lost a lot. I mean, a lot of players.
Exactly.
Really bad moves.
Exactly, Jay, bro. I'm not playing any
revolving
gacha
around the
game
fact
for
that
8
they
hours
introduced
straight.
Overdrive. I think Overdrive really put a lot of people off, knowing that we were, you know, kind of suffering a little bit from our end, and then seeing the fact that people were able to, I almost want to say people were able to like be patient with the devs for a little while, because the devs have been generous, and then to, you know, for them to turn around and randomly introduce this brand new concept of a game which uses the exact same
Assets.
this is the sad part, assets as this game, and then tell us that.
Yeah, exactly. And that was my great fear of Overdrive from the beginning, is that if this was going to be a separate game, it's going to split the community. It's most of the community that I was going to go play Overdrive anyway, and then they went and opened up Overdrive and put that demo out there, and then a lot of people started playing. They're like, wait a minute, this is basically the same game. This is an asset flip. Nothing's really new. In fact, some of the things that are in Overdrive easily could have been done in Solo Leveling Arise. And so now we got the market split. People are feeling aggrieved that this game that they put their time and effort and money into is being thrown to the wayside for a paid game. And now I think the game that should have been out from the get-go was Karma. Karma is the one that should have been released from the get-go, not Overdrive or SLA. But they're getting ready to split their market in three different directions, and it's going to be interesting which one's going to actually. It's kind of like, why is Netmarble competing against itself? Yeah, exactly. They're milking it, but at the same time, they're actually damaging it, because if people get up and leave, then how are you going to be able to really milk that IP for what it's worth if nobody's going to be coming back to really care about it?
There's a new one coming up for PC, and you know, it kind of made people feel really pissed, and I don't blame them, right? And at the same time, I think Overdrive is, I think, the biggest mistake these devs have made. I think Karma should have been the one thing they introduced instead. I feel like if they had introduced Karma first, and not even focused on Overdrive, if they just introduced Karma and that's what the game we were expecting to play, I feel like the actual outcome of the negativity would have been a little bit more positive.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say this is because at least Solo and Karma is a whole different game. It's a whole different ball game, right? It's not the same game we've all been playing, just without the gacha element of it, from a pay-to-win perspective, of course, and the fact that it's only strictly on PC, but also because a lot of people were stuck around because they wanted to play the game on Steam, and then they turned around and made the game on Steam the Overdrive game, and people were like, "Wait a second, I didn't sign up for this. I have a whole account here for SLA, the regular Soul Leveling Arise, and now I can't even transfer my data over to Steam to play it." And they've been dealing with their mobile, so I feel like it does made a lot.
Now I might be mistaken on that, J Bro, because I maybe I might have misheard it this morning. I mean, I was groggy and tired and stuff, but listening to it again, the way he's saying it is that if you create your Solo Leveling Arise account, you can't port it over to Solo Leveling Overdrive, because Solo Leveling Overdrive is a completely separate game, which is understandable. But maybe when Solo Leveling Arise releases on Steam, you can port your Solo Leveling Arise account over to your Steam account. So that would be fair if you're allowed to do that. So maybe it was just a misunderstanding on my part. I hope you can bring your account over from their own client, or from Android, or wherever you guys are playing the game, if you want to play it on Steam, and you can just put it right over to Steam. Because that would be janky if you are stuck within Steam's what's the word I'm looking for? Steam's environment, for lack of a better word. But there's no cross save or cross play between the Steam version and then all the other versions. So yeah, just going ahead and clarifying that. I think he's just talking about bringing your account over from solo leveling or rise and bringing it into overdrive, which is understandable because overdrive is once again a completely different type of game, even though it uses the same assets. I hate asset flips. I really do.
A lot of bad moves. A lot of bad moves. Now, I think it's always good to have a redemption arc, right? There's always good to have a redemption arc. So after seeing the community's outlash, and then the outroar about like how the game's been treated, how the devs have treated the game, and why people are disappointed, I totally understand it. I get it, and I'm totally on board with you guys with with how the game has been treated to this point after having such a massive success for the first, I'd say, 7 months. I think after Thomas, the first month after Thomas, I think the real big downfall started happening with the way Thomas was being treated over Kanae. And I think we all got over that, right? Because Kanae was great. We got a brand new boss. Beru came out. Jeju Island was actually fairly successful. But I don't think anything's really beaten up to WOBL Vulcan. I think Vulcan was the peak point of this game.
Yeah.
And, unless the architect really comes through here and destroys, all expectations and shatters all odds, I feel like the game is going to suffer a little bit going forward. And I'm hoping that, they can recoup some of the community members. I always say that most games are revolving, like most gachas are revolving door. You guys have heard me say this many times. And I think the game will get a lot of new players coming in, but I don't think that's going to happen until we see either, number one, a massive national level hunter to come out with,
I agree with that.
A lot of marketing behind it, because that's another thing this game sucks at is marketing.
Yeah, it really does. I
don't think we're going to see a lot of people show up until we see the brand new the brand new anime season drop. Because once the new anime season drops, then I can see a lot of people being like, okay, you know what? I want to come try this game. I want to live in the world.
Hope springs eternal on that one. If there is going to be another season, it's 2028. I don't think this game, if this game doesn't turn around, it's not going to be around in 2028. It won't even matter by then. So, but the marketing for this game is atrocious. It's absolutely atrocious. It should be something on par with what they do for Bleach Brave Souls. Shout out to that, or to some of the other big gacha games out there. I know Nikkei, the game from the Stellar Blade developers, they do pretty good marketing with that one. They do pretty good marketing with Warframe. They do pretty good marketing with they do pretty good marketing with Destiny, and that game is shit. So, and they do Helldivers too. If you're gonna have these live service type games, these gacha games, you got to be always marketing. I mean, marketing out there with water cha, a secondary type of cha hyene that's in the game, that would probably get more people excited to check it out. Yeah, I was trying to do that. And I don't have those. I don't have the options as of yet. I have channel activity, go to channel, report, remove, put user in timeout, and hide user on this channel. So I don't think I have that option as of yet, J bro. But once it becomes available, I'll go ahead and put you back on mod status, brother. I got you. Unknown says SLA's company net marbles. Yes, they are greedy. Yes, they are always trying to monetize shit. Yeah, I agree. And that's that Latoya was saying that unknown individual says that's why I don't know what the content in this game. Yeah, in fact, you can't really build any type of guides or anything like that. You can't build any type of strategies, because a lot of it is just RNG for the most part when it comes to the strategies used in this game. And then once you get one once one strategy is figured out, then everybody can just replicate it. So there aren't any new different types of strategies that you can come up with in the game. And just like you say, even though you experiment with some artifacts, like, okay, all these artifacts are going to do is just tell you, well, this one does more damage or less damage than these other artifacts. But all the artifacts, it really doesn't matter what you use. You're going to be able to complete the content in time. No, you're not. Exactly. I've never seen one ad on. Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. I will take that back. When I used to play Hero Wars, I would always get ads for the games I was already playing. So I would get ads for Solo Leveling. I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm already playing Solo Leveling. Why are you bothering me with this shit? And you're right. The biggest marketers for this game, Latoya, are Painblade and Zaf. They're the biggest marketers for this game.
World of Solo Leveling. And I think another part of that comes down to the devs need to kind of focus more on that world, right? They focus so much on original characters, these weird collabs that they wanted to do, that the part that people love, which is the Solo Leveling universe, has kind of been left out a little bit. And I'm really hoping that they go with the Architect coming out and all the brand new, Jenna coming out and all the brand new characters, new WOBL, that they go back to what makes this game, and that is good content, characters that are part of the manhwa, characters that people love and want to use, unique gameplay, and good modes, specifically content, right? Again, they need to, like I say this for every gacha game, characters don't drive gachas. Yes, it's called a gacha. But at the end of the day, characters that are only going to be used for 1 month for one piece of content and then not used anymore, is not what drives the game.
Yeah.
We need content that's going to make the game playable on a daily basis. Not like full-time playable, but at least like you're excited to log in and do something. There's a challenge there. So I think, guys, with the brand new Architect Battlefield of Trials, with the brand new Architect storyline, brand new WOBL coming, POS 10 was actually fairly challenging for a lot of free-to-play players. I finished it, but as free-to-play, but I had to put a lot of effort into it. And I can tell you right now, POS 10 going to POS 20, I feel like POS 20 is going to give more challenge to a lot of whales and dolphins. But again, is it enough to make people want to come back and play?
No.
After seeing the response on...
No, because most people, whether we might clamor for it, but most people don't want harder content. They just want new and exciting content, not harder content. I mean, if you're at the whale level, maybe you might want the harder content, but once you're done with that, then what are you gonna have? I mean, I don't want harder content. I think Proof of the Strong 10 is hard enough for me at the moment. I ain't even tried it yet. So we need just better content in the game than harder content. Frankly, I don't think harder content is quote unquote content. I just think it's just a new challenge for existing content. I want to be able to explore the entire world of Solo Leveling. I mean, wouldn't it be cool if you could just have the entire map of South Korea, and then, or you can have or then you have special zones like every summer, or rather every season. You can go to Japan in one season, go to America, go to Germany, go to all these other countries, because apparently the world of Solo Leveling is worldwide. The entire world has been engulfed in this this phenomenon of gates disappearing out of nowhere and everybody suddenly getting these magical powers. So the whole world, there's a whole lot of opportunities that they can go in there and do with this game, but it's so limiting in what they're doing right now. And now they've just decided to go ahead and split themselves into two additional directions, which I think at the end of the day, I think Karma will probably be the one that will really stand out the most, because for the most part, people really like isometric top-down action RPGs over what we currently have right now. Action RPGs almost always do really well. I know a lot of people bitch, moan, and whine about Diablo Immortal, and they were right to do that, because that was kind of, if you guys remember the debut of that game, or rather the reveal of that game, and the director says, "What, don't you guys have phones?" It's like, nobody wanted to see that at the QuakeCon, or whatever they call their convention, the BlizzCon. They didn't want to see that at BlizzCon. But the thing is Blizzard knew what it was doing, because Diablo Immortal, I played that game for a while in the beginning, but then I just got so caught up. That game was content rich such that I got overwhelmed with it, and I just said, I don't want to invest my time in this game anymore. But it's still going strong right now. It's making them money. It's making Microsoft, because Microsoft now owns Activision Blizzard. It's making them money. and then other top down, and then their other their mainline Blizzard's mainline Diablo 4 is still doing well for them. Path of Exile is doing well. I don't know about Path of Exile 2. Path of Exile doing well. Lost Ark is doing okay, even though that one kind of went by the wayside. So I think that Karma can probably do the best out of all of them.
Honestly, from the community after putting that video out where I think it's a good time to come back, that might not be the case. Devs really have to put their best foot forward, and I think right now the main thing to do is to remind people why solo leveling was as successful as it was when it first came out.
Yeah.
And honestly, guys, they need to market better.
Yeah,
marketing
that's
absolutely trash when it comes down to solo leveling. I don't know what Netmarble is on, but you watch other games market their gotchas when a brand new patch comes out. You watch other games market their product when brand new characters comes out. It is so hyped. There's full on trailers. We're talking about 4 or 5 minute cinematic trailers. We're talking about epic music, storyline development. That marketing machine needs to work really, really well for people to care about this game as much.
Isn't Grand Cross, isn't that a Netmarble game? I think Grand Cross is a Netmarble game. Yeah, and they market the hell out of this game. They market the hell out of 7 Deadly Sins. So it's kind of like, well, what are you doing? It's like you market the like this right here. They market the entire the hell out of 7 Deadly Cross, Grand Cross, but they don't put that same amount of energy into solo leveling. They also market the hell out of Game of Thrones King's Road. So it's kind of interesting. I wonder if they leave each team the marketing up to each team, because if they do, then this team is really lagging well behind and getting this game marketed out there. They really should be taking some pointers from their other teams, the 7 Deadly Sins, the King's Road. Hell, that Kabam game they have, which is King Arthur's Legend or something. Even they even marketed that one for a time. But I really don't see any type of marketing associated with this game. And the marketing that was associated with that I saw when I would play Hero Wars, it wasn't anything that would really tell me, hey, go play solo leveling. It was pretty lackluster.
Anymore, because right now as it sits, a lot of people, even though I think this patch is going to be an amazing patch, I think it's also might be a little too late. So let me know, guys, in the comment section if you agree with all my thoughts. If you don't, let me know what you guys think. This is not a negative video. I'm not trying to be.
All right, so we'll leave that one right there. But yeah, it's not negative or anything like that. But we're just making observations. We're just making observations about what's going on with the game. And frankly, right now, it's kind of a turbulent situation with the game. We care about the game being around because we like the game. But if you're not taking any type of advice or implementing any of these types of changes, we really can't say one way or the other about the state of this game. And if you keep going down a bad path, we have to get more negative because you're not listening. So I thought that was a pretty good video. I wanted to share that. I wanted to go over that before I got to the game here. Because again, frankly, I mean, I could do some of the story content. But I'd rather do new and exciting content so that I can go in there and do other things in the game other than story content. Because I don't think story content is really all that fun to watch, especially when you're already overpowered. Oh shit, I'm going too low. All right, we're gonna leave those alone. right, let's go over here. Oh wow, this is actually nice. Let's see what we get. So we got all my boxes there. I got the $5 boxes, so we're gonna go and play around with those. So we got a good sizable number of boxes. All right, let me craft these items over here. Let me see. Let's see what we got. Let me do that right now, J-Bro. J-Bro says, look at the player count for Soul Leveling Arise. Let's see. This is player auctions. It says estimated about 5,880,000 players. I don't know if that's probably right. Is that, I mean, because that doesn't, because that can't be right. It says there's total subscribers of 12 million and daily players of 6,085,000. If that's the case, then if that's true, then they're probably happy with where everything is right now. Because it does not seem like there is that many players that are playing the game right now. Yeah, I don't know if that's accurate. And so far right now, that's the only one that is giving numbers. And see, this is the player data for Solo Leveling Arise Overdrive. So there's 36 players or 36 people that are watching it on Twitch. And there was a 15,000 all-time peak. Let me see something here. Let me look on my phone. Yeah, so right now on my phone, because I was able to find it a little quicker. It says that there's 209 people that are at its 24-hour peak, and there's 99 people playing Overdrive right now. So, and those guys must be really hardcore. But yeah, I don't think this one is accurate. Let me try another one. Let me try this one here. Oh God. By the way, don't do any of these right here. If you guys ever play one of these free-to-play games and you see these, don't buy these. That you're asking for a world of trouble if you do that. Like, no. Yeah, I can't even believe that these guys are even just outright selling this stuff. Hell no. You know how foolish I would be? How foolish to do something like that? I had my account for 10 years. I spent a lot of money on my account. I'm not a whale or anything like that, but I spent a lot of money on it. And then I go and just piss it all away. Hey, Merc, you want to do this hard content for me? Like, no, fuck you. I put all my, I spent so much time and money trying to get my account to a pretty good spot. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. Ah, well. We needed to do that anyway. Let me see. Discord solo leveling section. Let's see. That's solo leveling Arise. That's the hidden ones. Here we go. Let's see here. I think we just did this one. I think I just did this one right here. All right, so this one would probably be a little more accurate. This probably would be a little more accurate right here. Says it's about 28,000. This is a wide range though. This is a wide range. But that's still pretty good number. If they're doing 28,000, a 28,000 player count, and says this metric is only updated once every 30 days. So this is as of June 2025. So I don't know where it is right now. So that number in May, like that on that one other chart, it would probably reflect this one. This one right here, this is probably what it would be back in May. It's not, I don't think it's 5 million. It definitely isn't that. So it has been, it did lose, got as low as 286 in November, but then it has been steadily increasing. So it's relatively healthy. It's relatively healthy. So we might be a vocal minority. We might be a vocal minority. Yeah, I just showed the last 30 days on that. So again, last 30 days right here. This is as of June, because it says it only updates this. It only updates it every 30 days. So I'll keep this up, and I'll refresh it when we move into August. I'll refresh it on August 1st to see what the player count is then. Yeah, so they still have a pretty good healthy, even with all the issues, they still have a pretty good healthy user count. All right, I think we were working on Goto. That sucks. That's all defense penetration. That would be better on Woojin Chul. Of course. But that's the only one with crit damage on it, so we'll keep it there for the time being, I suppose.
People were employed at twice the rate that they are. I can't even say that, I don't know, some hospitals was like 40% and 80% of jobs went to white people. Don't you think people will have questions about that? You have to have questions. You see people have questions when white people are overrepresented in the workforce, right?
All right.
Go to college and to get a bunch of useless degrees, water, basket weaving, gender studies, women's studies, feminism, society, history, African American, like, you know what I'm saying, like, stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even know there was a Yu Yu Hakusho game. It's kind of interesting that Yu Yu Hakusho is having a revival in 2025. Even though Yu Yu Hakusho came out in what, 1991 or 2 or something? I still have to watch the entire series. In fact, why would you do an MMO? Like, dude, Yu Yu Hakusho is a straight up fighting anime. So why would you turn that into an MMO? That's stupid. I forgot to just.
I'll do it. We'll finish this fast. That's it. Have a safe trip to the other side. That's it. Here I am. Ah, here's a treat. Spin. There's an opening. It's my turn. I'll need no deviation. Victory is ours.
One of you died.
About 3. Judgment. Run if you can. Okay. I got one. Let's end this. This is the power of a Valkyrie.
Which Bleach game was is coming out? Is it the one on PS5 or is there a new mobile game? No, the only game that I'm the only new gacha game that I'm really looking forward to is the Hidden Ones. That looks like a good one. All right. All right, let me take a look and see here. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. All right, this one right here, Rewinding Cadence. Oh, I like Billy Billy. Uh-oh, it's got Genshin Impact. It's got Genshin Impact vibes. Yeah, this. Yeah, this definitely has Genshin Impact vibes. It's like all these games. They basically go copy the same palette and just have. This looks really good. We'll just use the exact same graphical style. I mean, these characters look like they're ripped straight out of Genshin Impact. I'm pretty sure Genshin Impact wasn't the first. What? Infinite Nikki looks a little bit like Genshin Impact 2. And they got a switch system right there. And here comes a fire user. Looks like he has really good damage. No, I played Genshin Impact for 3 years, and eventually I just said, you know something, I don't care for the combat anymore. The world is too barren, and I don't care about the exploration anymore. So I just said, hey, enough. I mean, I still get announcements for the game, but I won't go back and play it. My daughter used to like playing Genshin Impact 2, but she quit before I did. I mean, this girl looks. This is probably your lead character that you choose at the start. She looks exactly like your lead character from Genshin Impact. If you choose the female. All right, this is I don't think I'll be playing that one. This is the only game. I don't think I have a. I think I deleted my gameplay. I deleted my stream of that video. All right, we just looked at that one right there. And then here's the new Bleach.
Creating an inviting, inspiring room for your
Bleach
child
one.
is easy at Living Spaces, where our kids and teens collections offer versatility, durability, and personality.
Since 2022. That tells me that game ain't gonna be coming out anytime soon. I have a. See, this plays like Hidden Ones. It's a 3D fighting game. Yeah, I would play this. Bankai. Limbo Sakura. Kagayoshi. Getsuga Tensho. See what I tell you? Don't mess with my Bleach knowledge. I know a thing or two about Bleach. I would play that, but if it's been in pre-registered since 2022, I got a rule about Chinese games, and I'm not trying to be discriminatory here, Latoya, so don't take this the wrong way. But when it comes to Chinese games, I don't consider them real until they actually get released. So when Black Myth Wukong was running around for that time, I was like, I'll wait till it gets released. And when Wu Shang Falling Feathers was running around, I was like, I'll wait till it gets released. Now that they're released, now I believe they're real. Oh, Phantom Blade Zero's coming too. Phantom Blade Zero looks pretty good. And well, I don't know if Solo Leveling Arise should be like that, since it's focused primarily only on Sung Jinwoo. He's the primary character. Maybe if you had an arena mode where you can go in there and fight in the arena mode with your various hunters, probably somewhere like that. But as for the primary game itself, no, I think at least the way it's being handled right now is fine. But it really, if they go in the direction of that isometric top-down game, I think that's what Solo Leveling really should be, is that isometric top-down game for Sung Jinwoo at least. But for the hunters, if they have an arena mode like that, that actually would be fun. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll do some more of these. Yeah, but the hidden ones, that one is really the one that I am really waiting for.
I
see it all. Too slow. Flourish. Blaze of dark. This is the end. You think I'm going to miss? I'll shred you. Flourish. Tearing through. I'll burn it all. You can't avoid it.
This one's not going too well.
He's still in the stall.
This will be your grave. You think I'm going to miss? The strongest healer ever here. Blazing guard. I'll shred you. It's no use. This is the end.
I'll finish you off.
Flourish. Blazing guard. Time to warm up. Too slow. I'll end this. This will be.
You're dead back there. Yeah, got rid of you.
You think I'm going to miss? Time for a kill. It's no use. It's over. Flourish. Ignite. Tearing through. You think I'm going to miss? Ignite. Too slow. Flourish. You can't avoid. You think I'm going to miss?
There you go.
It was a good fight.
Have you guys ever seen Hidden Ones, the Hidden Ones gameplay? I wish I didn't. I was going through and cleaning out my live videos that I did, and I probably deleted it. So I don't think I have my stream of me playing the game before. Let me see. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure I don't have it anymore. Let's see. The Gundam. All right, no, I still do have it. Yeah, I still do have it. It entirely depends. So, just go through the buttons again. A is, and I'm playing with an Xbox. Yeah, this one right here. This is the Hidden Ones gameplay right here. You don't see him just turning around, just looking away. It really is it really plays like that, it really plays like that Bleach game right there. I mean, if this game gets handled right, it could be an esports game. And this is when I actually started, I had gotten a little better understanding of the game. It will be a gotcha, because it really will. You really do have to get characters for this game. Wrong.
Nowhere to run. Thunderous. Rushing thunder.
Let's finish this one right here, then I'll try to get to the multiplayer part.
In pursuit. Thunderous. Blessing.
Got some moves there, kid. Rules are rules. We took this contract, and we must
All right,
get things
here's the
done.
here's the multiplayer right here. All right, here we go. And so this is the they're gonna make a movie out of right here, and it's actually very the Gundam smooth and responsive. And like I said, this is a exactly. Listening to myself, this game right here. They can just release this right now. Exactly, they could have just released that game right now, and it would have been perfect. There's no lag. I mean, the multiplayer was just great. And I don't know if you guys know who Justin Wong is, but Justin Wong is one of the greatest fighting game specialists in the world. He's the if you guys ever seen the Daigo parry, he's the part that got parried by Daigo, and he was impressed by this game, and so that speaks volumes about the quality of this game here. He dodged it right there. And so there's some strategy involved in there. So this where you see these little diamonds at the bottom that keep filling up. Each time you use one of your actions, like a dodge or a parry or anything like that, it'll deplete your bar at the bottom. So you gotta be careful when you. It's kind of like Mortal Kombat, because in Mortal Kombat you can break combos, but you got to be careful about when you can do it, because you only get to use it sparingly. It's the same right here in this game right here. If you use your bar up, you're gonna just be at the mercy of your opponent. I don't know why I can't dodge out.
Long winding. Showtime. Off you go.
Oh yeah, you got to understand frames too. You definitely got to understand frames, especially if you're going to be doing online, which you got to have really good net code, because if you don't have good net code, which I think this game does have really good net code, missing frames can mess you up. Like right there, he just dodged out of a grapple throw. Nice counter. Nice parry. Nice parry. Oh shit. I got. Come on. Nope. Okay. There we go. Good job, Chris. Good job. All right. Actually, I think this one was not a stream. I think this one was I recorded my gameplay and I put it on there as a recording. Yeah, that one. This one is. Playing it some more. Yeah, right. So yeah, that was pretty fun. I really like that. I really like that. It was supposed to be coming out. I got it on my wish list. You can wish list it on Steam. So that's right now. It's just coming soon, which sucks because man, I tell you, I think it's supposed to be coming out this year. Let's see. Yeah, so all it just says is 2025. But this game, I'm telling you, this game is gonna be pretty huge. That was some really good. I haven't had that much fun with a fighting game in years. Ah man, I messed up right there. Oh well. No, I haven't. I saw it, but I didn't play that on the. I didn't play it there unknown. Actually, if I'm being honest, then I should be saying I've been playing nothing but a fighting game all this time, which is Contest of Champions. Because that is technically a fighting game with RPG elements. All right, let me go ahead and get. I think I claimed the special activity fund. Yeah, I did. All right, let me go check into the guild. Yeah, we're still at 38 members right now. That's all completed. That's all good. Do I have something else that came in through? Okay, yeah, that came through. All right, I think let me do this battlefield. Here, I'll be right back. Let me yeah, I'll be right back. I think these guys, I'm gonna put this on auto. I think these guys can do auto. And I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom.
I'll end this quickly.
I'll be right back.
There's been a change in the atmosphere. With all of my strength. Win. The enemy is pretty strong. With all of my strength. With all of my strength. You're an unworthy opponent.
All right, let's go ahead and bring this home now. Oh, the King of Fighters game was shut down. Yeah, that's the suck thing about these gacha games or live service games, is that you can invest so much time and money into them, but once the developer decides it's not profitable for us to keep it running anymore, then we're just gonna shut it down. And that, you know, that actually makes a case for what's going on with Stop Killing Games, which I think that's a laudable goal, or laudable effort rather, but ultimately it's gonna be fruitless, because there is a monetary reason why they're shutting them down. Frankly, it costs money to keep these games going. I'm not gonna do that right now. And somebody has to fork over the money to keep the servers running, to build an offline mode into the game. Maybe at the beginning of the game, a game's life, you just build an offline mode. But then if it's tied to an account, how are you gonna do that though? I don't know if Tekken Mobile is still around, because I played that one for a bit. Let me see. Yeah, no, Tekken Mobile is no longer around. The Street Fighter game is still around though. Street Fighter 4 is still around. I played Street Fighter 4 for a bit. Mortal Kombat is still around. the Mortal Kombat game, that one is still around. And I think the Injustice one is still around too. Yeah, the Injustice games are still around too. But no, the Tekken one. No, the Tekken one is gone. It's no longer around. Yeah, exactly. If they give you an option to buy the full game with all the characters, that would be fine. Yeah, Mega Man X Dive offline. Yeah, you can buy it for $30. I'm looking at it right now. So yeah, you can do that. So they just removed the gotcha elements, but left it offline. Yeah, I think that would be a good medium. You just give people an offline mode. Give people an offline mode, and I think people be fine with that. All right, tomorrow we'll go ahead and open up the or rather do the this wheel event. But let's go ahead and do these boxes, because that's all I'm gonna buy. So I got $199. So let's see here. I'll do every 10. Okay, we got one right off the bat. Got that. 2,000 essence stones. So we're gonna be looking for essence stones, gems, things like that. Hopefully we'll get lucky and get one of these right here, these special SSR Hunter tickets. Not so much the weapon. These SSR Hunter tickets actually have everybody in them. And also any type of transcendent runes or blessing stones would be great too. So far it's not doing too hot. It's just the first 20. Okay, we got one. We got a weapon one. We got a weapon now, and then we got 3,000 essence stones. Mm, 2,000 essence stones. That doesn't look too good right here. That was a bad batch. Uh, 1,000 essence stones. I don't think I needed that one. Nope, I didn't need that one. We got an A defense percentage one. Ooh, look at this. Here we go. And 10 million gold. We got 10 million gold, 2,000 essence stones, 100 rate up draw tickets, and 100 custom draw tickets. That's not a bad haul. That's not a bad haul right there. Let's go ahead and keep going. All right, this was all right. Not too shabby. Oh, we already got this one. We already got the electric shock. In fact, I think that was the first one I got at Legendary. Yeah, exactly. I definitely made up the money on that one. Oh, we got another one right here. So we got 2 of those. All right, we're down to our last 99. We'll go ahead and put that down back to 10. All right, that wasn't too good. Come on, at least one transcendent rune or blessing stone. I don't think I needed that one either. We got an A gem right here. Oh, we don't need that one either. We got another weapon one. We're getting some good SSR weapon ones, but none with the characters. Got another one right here. And we got another A health percentage gem. So we'll be able to do something with that. There we go. I don't think we need that one either, but we got another transcendent gem. 10 million gold. At least one rune. We got another weapon one right here. So I wish we got some characters to go along with them. We got another A gem. So we're getting a lot of good A blue, or the blue health gems. I don't think we need that one either. Okay, that's a new one. All right, that's fine. No, we're not gonna go to the skills page. We're gonna finish this out. No, that was a bad one. All right, we're down to our last 19. There's group 10. Nope. All right, here's the last 9. And we got another weapon one. So we got 6 of these weapons. And then, yeah, that was fine. That was okay. That was okay. Could have gone a little better, but I'm not complaining overall. We got these 2 transcendents, which I wish they were transcendent runes or transcendent blessing stones. But beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. Let's go ahead and turn this one into... I'm gonna turn that one into an A gem. We're gonna do that. Because even having this little health percentage gem is much better than just getting rid of it outright. All right, let's go ahead and do another promotion. Let's see. We're gonna do a B. Right. Let's see here. Yep. And one more. Where is it? There it is, promotion. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do it. Yep. There we go. That looks pretty good right there. After having a dry spell on these blue gems, got pretty good, pretty lucky with them. All right, we can do this one right here. We got an A one that we can do right there. Don't see the, we can find the weakest gem on this page. All right, here we go. That's all right. All right, I think the rest of these are. All right, that's a C gem right there. That's a C gem. It's an A1. Oops, I didn't want to do that. This is what I wanted to do. That's an A. I think these are all A's, I believe. And of course, we got those two. There's a C1 right there. That's a C percentage. All right, we're gonna promote that B1. Let's promote this B1 right here. Actually, let's do this D1 right here instead. There we go. I think this is A. This is A. This is A. A. Yeah, let me see here. This is C right here. So, do I have another B gem? No, I don't. All right, we got a C one, so I'm just gonna do a transcendent C. I'm gonna do a transcendent C. Let's get rid of that one. Yeah, there we go. That looks real good right there. All right. Let's see if I have any other scent gems. I don't think these speed gems do very much for the account or anything. I don't think they do much. Do the do you do the consumption reduction? We'll do consumption reduction. Let's go back on the main page. Yeah, it looks like consumption reduction actually is better. Looks like consumption reduction is much better. So we're gonna go ahead and do consumption reduction. We can do another one. All right, let's go ahead and do this D1 right here. right. That's all I can do for right now. I don't want to get rid of these until I actually have other resources in place. We can go ahead and get rid of these for the time being. Let's do these with the D's. I'm gonna keep my well, no, I got no, let's do the D's. We'll do the D's, just the D's. Yeah, that's fine. We'll save the other ones. Let's look at our battle tier for a moment. Woo-wee, there we go. We got it up to 2,244. Let's look at the shadow power. Shadow power is at a good 748,900. And we can actually open up the next armory, the last armory, or second to last armory. How many of those? I don't. Shit, how many of those? It says we need 35. So we need 175. We got 154, so I need 21 more. There we go. And I can unlock that one right now for 10,500. Let's see what we got. If it bought, yeah, I'll do. I gotta think about that one. Cause I need to get, I do need more of those mana crystals and everything like that. But this is looking pretty good. I might just go ahead and just, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. There. That wasn't too bad. All right, I went on ahead and skipped that, so there we go. We're all outfitted out. And let me see what the overall power is now. We're at 2,250,000, so looks pretty good. Looks pretty good and everything. And I'm gonna hold on to those other tickets and everything like that. And I'm probably gonna save those for Sun Jenna. I'm not gonna roll again for Xinhua, whatever her name is. Yeah, I don't think I have enough to. Let me see if I do. No, I know I don't. I don't have enough. So, for those last two, I can probably go ahead and put those at 5. Then again, no, I can't, because I don't have enough. I can get it to. I can do it to 3. That's what I can do for right now. Yeah, exactly. I don't have a lot of advanced crystal right now. And I could probably pick up these two. I'll pick these up right now. But I gotta save up my advanced mana crystals. I gotta resave them back up. And last thing I'm gonna check, and then I'm gonna call it a night. All right, so yeah, I'm still at second place. So I think that's pretty fine there. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. It's getting kind of late, and I need to start getting ready for bed. Latoya Unknown and J Bro, thank you very much for dropping in. I appreciate you guys' support. And make sure you guys do like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. You guys have yourself a great night. This Chris Bolt signing off, and I will catch you guys